Are you seriously not coming home again tonight?
And here I was hoping it was Daniel messaging me, or Michael, or Sam, but no, it had to be you. I was halfway to blushing, and now I just feel bored. You know, you could at least try to sound like a man when you text. Something with a little heat, a little fire.
Well, by process of elimination, that must mean you're with John tonight, aren't you?
Ding, ding, ding! Look at you! It took you long enough to figure out my rotation. Honestly, I'm impressed. For once, you're not completely clueless.
This makes 4 nights in a row. Do you even plan on coming home this week?
You say that like I live there. That house is more your sad little cave than a home. And honestly, between you nagging me and John booking us that suite next weekend, why would I bother?
Yeah, how stupid of me to expect common courtesy from you. By the way, you left divorce papers on the table yesterday. Now you're texting like none of that happened?
Oh, that? Please, that was a penalty. You didn't have dinner ready when I came home, and the living room was a disaster. Honestly, the vibe was off. I just thought you needed a reminder of how easily I can destroy you.
You can't keep threatening divorce every time you get annoyed. It's manipulative and exhausting.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you not enjoying the emotional roller coaster that is being married to me? I'm the one deciding not to divorce you, and that's the real gift here. You should be thanking me for my mercy.
Mercy? You cheat openly, you vanish for days at a time, and now you're claiming it's a favor to stay married?
Yes, because I could destroy your life with a single signature. Let's not forget you work for my father's company. You lose me, you lose the family, the connections, your career, and the nice shiny title they let you pretend you earned.
You really think I married you for your last name?
I think you enjoyed what came with it. You got the car, the promotion, the sleek new wardrobe. You became someone people actually noticed, and it's all thanks to me. And now, in return, I get to live exactly how I want, doing what I want with who I want.
First of all, whom? Second, does this mean you're saying I should accept all of this just so I can keep a job?
No, I'm saying you should stay in your lane. Be a good little boy. Keep your mouth shut and keep collecting your perks. I get John tonight, Daniel in the morning, and Michael on Sunday. And you? You get to keep pretending we're some kind of power couple. Isn't that enough?
You're flaunting your affairs like they're status symbols. You do realize infidelity has legal consequences, right?
Oh my God, the drama. Go ahead, call a lawyer. Let's see who wins that war. You'd better have deep pockets and thicker skin than you've shown so far.
I'm not afraid of you. Not anymore.
You should be. You divorce me, you don't just walk away. You fall. You fall all the way down. No job, no support, no future. And the best part? No one will care. Because everyone in that company knows who really holds the power, and spoiler alert, it's not you.
Maybe I'd rather lose everything than keep living like this. Did you ever think about that?
Oh, please, you've gotten used to the taste of luxury. You're not walking away from that. I'm giving you a deal. Keep your mouth shut, stop playing the wounded puppy, and let me live my life. You make one wrong move, one pathetic little complaint, and the next time the divorce papers won't be symbolic. They'll be certified, signed, and filed.
You honestly believe none of this will ever catch up to you?
What can I say? I'm untouchable. You're just the man who married too far above his station and couldn't keep up. So do yourself a favor and stop embarrassing both of us. Now, if you'll excuse me, John just got back with the wine and strawberries. Try not to cry yourself to sleep again. It's getting tedious. You were being a bad little servant yet again. I walked inside and what did I find? Nothing. There was no dinner, no flowers, no sense of welcome or gratitude for my staying married to you. It was like returning to a motel room with a manager who wears cologne that just smells like broken dreams and disappointment.
I didn't even know you were coming home. You didn't say a word about your plans. How was I supposed to have dinner ready for you?
If you wanted to stay my husband, you should have anticipated my needs. Do I really have to spell everything out? A proper partner would have had a bottle of wine open and something French simmering on the stove.
Uh-huh, right. So do me a favor and help me understand the rules of this little game of yours. You vanish for 4 days, waltz in unannounced, and I'm the one penalized for not reading your mind?
I'm not playing anything. I'm just holding you to a higher standard. Think of the divorce forms as, performance evaluations, and you're currently failing.
Whatever. Are you coming home tonight?
No, tonight is Daniel's night. We're going to that jazz bar I told you about. You know, the one you said was too pretentious. He booked us a corner booth and everything. That place has real atmosphere. It's so very adult.
I think you missed a few letters on the end of your sentence there, namely E, R, and Y. Anyway, I thought you should know I'll be leaving early tomorrow.
What? Where are you going?
Oh, are you pretending to care now? I'm going out of town on business. It was a direct assignment from your father.
Oh, how romantic. A week without you. Just imagine the peace and quiet I'll finally get.
Just so you're aware, I won't be home. No meals, no bath drawn, no one to clean up after ya.
Poor baby. You're not going to be around to play housekeeper. I'll manage. In fact, I already have the week fully booked. Monday is Michael, Tuesday is Sam, then Daniel again, then John's flying in on Friday. Honestly, you leaving just opened up more time for me to live my best life.
This is sick. You're treating our marriage like a clearance calendar for affairs.
And you're still pretending it's a marriage. That's cute.
You really don't see how close this is to collapsing from beneath you.
Oh, I see it just fine, but you're not going anywhere.
Then why is there yet another divorce form on the table? We haven't even seen each other in the past week. What in the world could I have done to earn your ire this time?
Oh, you noticed that. I was starting to worry you had completely checked out. Yeah, I left it there as a little welcome home surprise. It's not my fault you've become so boring that divorce paperwork is the only thing in this house that gets a reaction out of you.
You didn't answer the question. What did I do to offend you this time?
Don't play dumb with me. I found your little toy, the one you so cleverly stashed under the bed, as if I wouldn't notice. A voice recorder. Really? That's your big move? You might as well have left a note that said, "Please confirm my wife is more desirable than I am." Or maybe you're really into that sort of thing, huh? Is that it? Did you want to hear what I sound like when I really enjoy myself? Come to think of it, you've never heard that before, have you?
I see. I guess you found it.
Of course I found it. You honestly thought I wouldn't notice something shoved under the mattress like a science experiment? I found it, I listened to about 10 seconds, and then I deleted everything. Then I poured myself a drink and had a good laugh about how sad you've become. And then me and Daniel, well, you know.
Seriously, you can stop trying to hurt me with all your sordid talk about your affairs. I knew you would cheat. I just wanted proof.
You wanted proof, Eric. You wanted validation. You wanted some tangible excuse to justify the fact to yourself that I haven't allowed you to touch me in months. Meanwhile, I've been letting the men who actually deserve me have their way with me. You think planting a microphone somehow gives you the moral high ground? That it makes you more of a man?
I planted it because every instinct I had told me the moment I left town you'd treat our marriage like a joke again. And clearly I wasn't wrong.
You weren't wrong. I cheated. Of course I did. What do you expect from a woman married to someone like you? You're emotionally vacant, dull in every possible way, and frankly a dead weight. If I didn't have Daniel and Michael and John, and let's not forget Sam, I'd go insane.
You do realize what you're saying, don't you?
I'm saying it loud and clear, just like I've been doing for months. If you can't handle who I really am, then stop pretending we're still in some kind of sacred union. We're a contract, Eric. You get status and I get freedom. That's the deal.
Yeah, some deal that was, huh? Anyway, any deal we may have once had is off. I'm not doing this anymore.
Excuse me?
Oh, I need to be more direct? Okay, here it is. I filed for divorce this morning.
You did what?
I went to the courthouse, signed everything, and handed it in. The filing is official. I'm moving out tonight. Is that clear enough for you?
You cannot be serious.
I've never been more serious about anything in my entire life.
You idiot! You're actually going to throw away everything I've given you over this. You're walking away from the company, the title, the promotion, all your dreams and aspirations over a personal grudge? Your stupid, hurt feelings?
That promotion never existed. The position you think I was chasing was never mine to begin with.
That's ridiculous. My father said you were being considered for succession.
He said that to make you feel better about the arrangement, but that's not the whole story. To be more precise, that's not the story at all. He made it all up. The board never saw me as a candidate. The only two people under serious consideration are your cousin and the finance director. I was never part of that conversation.
Then I don't get it. Why did you marry me?
Because my grandmother and your mother have been close friends for over 40 years. They thought that the two of us would do well together, and since we were both single at the time, they decided to set us up. And you acted like someone I could build a life with. You were charming, thoughtful, and gave the impression that you valued stability. And I believed it until the mask slipped.
So what? All of this was some kind of setup? You were just playing along?
No, I meant every word I said on our wedding day. But the person I thought I married ceased to exist the moment you started treating infidelity like a sport. You stopped pretending to care when you realized I wouldn't worship you for humiliating me in my own home.
This is unbelievable. You're making a huge mistake. You think you'll land on your feet after walking away from everything we've built?
We didn't build anything, Samantha. You built a fantasy where you were untouchable. And I let you believe in it for far too long. But it ends now.
Okay, can you please drop the whole "I've got you right where I want you" act? You're clinging to that ridiculous recorder like it's your smoking gun. But in case it slipped your mind, I already deleted the files. Every single second of that audio is gone, wiped clean, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Did you really think I was that poorly prepared? The recorder was a decoy, something I placed knowing full well that you would find it. I needed a distraction, something to make you feel safe while I took the time to gather real evidence. Evidence you never saw coming.
What the hell are you talking about? What real evidence? Don't tell me you're going to invent something now just to feel powerful for once in your life.
There were 2 hidden cameras you never noticed, and both were recording for weeks. One was placed inside the bookshelf in the office, nestled between the old legal manuals you never bothered to touch. The other was disguised as an air purifier in the corner of the bedroom, quietly documenting everything without drawing a second glance.
That's a lie. You're making this up. You don't have the guts to actually go that far.
I don't need you to believe me. The footage speaks for itself. Michael giving you a back massage on our bed, John pouring champagne while you danced in your robe, Daniel sitting at my desk with his feet up like he owned the place. Every moment is captured, clearly dated, and backed with sound.
You seriously installed surveillance equipment without telling me? You spied on me in my own house?
No, I documented what was happening inside my own home in a space where I had every legal and moral right to protect myself. You crossed the line months ago, and I simply stopped pretending I couldn't see it.
You set me up. This was all some sick trap from the beginning. I'll bet you even lied to me about that business trip you said my dad sent you on.
No, that was the truth. You were the only one bringing lies into our relationship. And as for the spying allegations, you gave me no choice. I tried talking to you, reasoning with you, even ignoring the first few signs. But the moment you started giving me your adulterous itinerary every time I was out of the house for a few hours, I realized there was nothing left to salvage. So yes, I documented what I needed to, because I knew you would never stop unless someone forced you to.
I am still not afraid of you. Even if you have something, no one is going to care. You think people will be shocked that a bored wife had a little fun? Please, you're the one who's going to look desperate dragging all this out in public.
I'm not dragging anything. From this point forward, I won't be speaking to you directly again. All communication will go through my attorney.
Oh, for God's sake, you really think I'm scared of your lawyer? I'll just call my father and have him deal with it. He'll cover whatever ridiculous compensation you're trying to squeeze out of this. He always takes care of me, and this won't be any different.
That's where you're wrong. Your father already knows. We sat down last week, just the two of us, and I showed him all the photos, footage, and time-stamped logs of your activities. He didn't argue. He didn't deny it. He looked me in the eye and said, I spoiled her too long. Let her clean up her own mess this time.
You went behind my back and talked to my father?
I didn't go behind your back. I did what any man would do when his reputation, livelihood, and name were being dragged through the mud by the woman who was supposed to be his partner. Your father said you needed to face the consequences for once in your life, and that he would no longer be shielding you from the fallout. He was very clear about that.
No, he wouldn't say that. He's always backed me. He doesn't just cut me off like that.
He has, and I think deep down you know exactly why.
Eric, listen to me. Maybe we don't have to go through with this. I was actually planning to come home next week. I've been thinking a lot, and I might finally be ready to settle down. Yeah, I think it's time to stop all of this. We can start fresh, just the two of us. We can put this all behind us and live happily ever after.
You had every opportunity to make our marriage a happily ever after story from the very beginning, and each time you chose your own selfish desires over me. I don't believe a word of this. You're not ready to settle down. You're just afraid of facing the consequences.
That's not true. We had good moments, right? You're willing to throw all of that away?
What we had was a performance, and I'm finally stepping off the stage.
Then let's talk at least, face to face. No lawyers, just us.
My attorney's name and contact information are in the letter I left on the living room table. If you have anything further to say, you can direct it to him.
Eric, please, wait. Just talk to me. One more conversation. We don't have to end it like this.
After I blocked her, Samantha came rushing home, probably expecting one last dramatic showdown with me. But I was already gone. Instead, what she walked into was something else entirely. Her parents, standing stiff and silent, and right beside them, the wives of the 3 men she'd been seeing. They came as a group, unified, prepared. Each one had something to say, each one had evidence, and none of them were interested in excuses. When she reached out to her boyfriends for backup, every single one of them turned their back on her. Turns out loyalty wasn't part of their arrangement. Last I heard, she's living alone in a cheap apartment on the outskirts of town. She's working day and night just to keep up with the lawsuits. Her family cut her off completely. The friends she used to flaunt have disappeared. I saw her once. She walked right past me without even noticing. Hair was a mess, eyes hollow, and clothes 2 sizes too small. The woman who thought she held all the cards ended up with none.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.